Thank you for tuning in to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast, a no judgment zone podcast that covers lifestyle, entertainment, news, and sports. Even though KC doesn't watch sports, but these are minor details. By the way, he reads tarot cards too. Yes, I really mean it. He reads tarot cards too. And now, the host you've tuned in for, KC Phoenix.
Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix. And I'm doing a quick 3. We're wrapping up the full moon in Virgo, which the full moon in Virgo was yesterday, March 17th. And we're still in it. But I was like, okay, which I mentioned this before, that I wouldn't do any more card readings until Friday. And I decided to, and one of my decks was calling to me, and I did my pre-shuffle, and the Fool came out. And there has been a song that's been playing in my head a lot lately. And the name of the song is called Don't Put Dirt on My Grave Just Yet. If you're not familiar with that song, it's a country song. It's off the show. It's not on the air anymore. It's called Nashville. I love that show. And it's pretty much saying that don't count me out. Where you think things are over, don't count me out is the gist of the song. I'm not going to go through all the lyrics and stuff because it's about heartbreak and everything else. Because long story short, she got caught up in some drama and then she decided to do this song as sort of like her clap back, if you want to say it that way. So, yeah. But the Fool came out during the pre-shuffle. And the thing that I was thinking about, I'm like, okay, the full moon in Virgo reading was about divine destiny. And I feel this full energy for some of you, and again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is about stepping onto your new path and going towards what you are divinely guided to do. Is honestly what I feel is the case. And I'm about to pull some cards. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. This was the card that came out during the pre-shuffle, the Fool. So there's a lot of people are starting new things. People are feeling very adventurous, where they're willing to take a chance. And they're trusting their destiny is what they're doing. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Don't forget, this is for the collective. It's not for a specific sign. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You know your story better than I ever could. I'm just a person sitting here reading the tarot cards. May I have the energy for the collective for Friday, March 18th. May I have the energy for the collective for Friday, March 18th. May I have the energy for the collective for Friday, March 18th. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? Queen of Swords. Yeah, some of you may be very strategic. Also, some of you may be communicating, being very effective with your communication, which it wouldn't surprise me with the full moon being in Virgo. The Queen of Swords is a very effective communicator. So that may be going on too. Some of you may be dealing with communication. Some of you might be dealing with something involving legal issues, paperwork, stuff like that, but more specifically legal issues. Some of you may be considering divorce. I know I spoke with someone recently and they're considering divorce. Bottom of the deck, the Tower. So yeah, that might be why this full energy is happening. because something is ending. Don't forget, the tower falls when something just doesn't serve you anymore. And for some of you, I just feel that you want a new start. Also, I feel for some of you, you may feel like you're not being valued too. Hence why you're going off somewhere else where you feel you may be valued, whether it's at a job and you're looking for another job, or whether you're looking to start your own company, or doing something somewhere where you know people will appreciate you for being you. May I have some cards, please? But one thing that I feel is that where people are counting you out, they're like, oh, they could never do it. Thank you. They're like, oh, they could never do it. I feel you're going to pull it off. May I have some more cards, please? This could be some type of attachment that you've had for a while. It could involve a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Some of you may be going back to what made you happy. Do I want to take this? It seemed like it wanted to come out. I'm trying to get the energy. Yeah, I'm going to take it. Interesting. Some of you are dealing with a love situation. Wow, that just really came out. And that came out in the reverse. Okay. What's at the bottom of the deck? 5. Yeah. Someone's leaving a love situation. 5 of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. And again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm going to pick up as many timelines as possible. I'm not just going to tell one story here. For one of the timelines, going back to the Fool being the thing, with the 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, someone is tired of the sadness. Someone is tired of being an option. The reason I'm saying that is because 6 of Cups came out first, then the Lovers, which is Gemini energy, and then 4 of Cups reversed. Someone couldn't make up their mind. Also, I just heard, for some of you, someone is making up their mind. Because 4 plus 5 is 9. And they're realizing that you're their wish fulfillment, or vice versa. You're finally making up your mind, and you're realizing they're your wish fulfillment. For others of you, you're making a choice. Because don't forget, the Lover's card was originally the choice card, too. And part of me feels like some of you are making the choice to leave a situation and go off on a new journey, and they didn't think you'd do it. They didn't think that you would remove yourself from a situation because you got tired of being an option, because you had hung around for so long. 6 of Cups. I'm looking at the cards here to see any other energies that's coming up. Just bear with me here. I just heard long distance too. Somebody might be... okay, so 2 timelines. Someone may be tired of a long distance relationship. That they're tired of making it work. Where it seemed... where the traveling has finally started to get to someone, and that might have been an issue. There may have been something that was brought up with the relationship where it was long distance and an offer was made for one person to relocate. So, and I'm just making up something here, just bear with me. Where, let's say one person lives in, what's the city? I'm trying to think. One person lives in Chicago and another person lives in Charlotte. Okay. And so it's long distance relationship. The person in Charlotte said, hey, we've been doing this long distance thing for like 6 months. How about you move to Chicago? Or vice versa. The person in Charlotte said, okay, we've been doing this long distance thing for 6 months. How about you move to Charlotte and do that? But it was declined. So they're like, no, let's just keep on doing the long distance. I'm happy staying in Charlotte, or I'm happy staying in Chicago, or I'm happy staying wherever. And the other person was like, I can't do this long distance thing anymore. So they made the choice to leave. Someone might be coming towards you in full energy, going back to 5 of cups plus 4 of cups is the 9 of cups, because they're finally seeing that you're their wish fulfillment. And they may be at a distance, but now they're coming towards you. They're making the choice, the lovers, because maybe they kept you hanging on for a long time. Also, they may want to start a home with you, because I almost said clubs. In the regular card deck, clubs are wands. And I was about to say 4 of clubs for whatever reason. And there's no coincidences in tarot. So if I think 4 of wands energy, someone may actually want to build a home with you. I'm checking what else. I don't see. I feel like someone was ignored too. That's the other thing. With this 4 of Cups, it came out in reverse. That's why this full card came out. And again, it doesn't have to be love. Because again, there was a choice that needed to be made. Someone was in 5 of Cups energy. And this is interesting. As soon as I lifted up the 5 of Cups, the Emperor is here. So this could have been dealing with an authority figure. Maybe a parent, or either an Aries or something of that nature, was not seeing your value. And they didn't think that you would walk away. And you did. They treated you. 4 of Cups is sort of like, it's okay, it's an option. But 4 of Cups is reversed. It's like, okay, it's not an option. And that's one thing. And that's what I'm picking up, like, I refuse to be an option. In some people that you're dealing with, they may be under the impression that it's not going to work out for you. But that song, Don't Put Dirt on My Grave Just Yet, is in my head. So if you ever get a chance, I don't know if you listen, for my listeners on the podcast or my watchers on YouTube, I don't know if you listen to country music or not. I listen to I'm an eclectic. I literally listen to everything. So if you haven't listened to that song, listen to the song. It's a really good song. Don't Put Dirt on My Grave Just Yet is the name of the song. But you're refusing to be an option. This full moon triggered something. And I feel also, going back to Queen of Swords energy, too, because don't forget, dealing with communication, you are making it verbally clear you're refusing to be an option. You're refusing to be treated like you don't have any value, like you're not a priority. You would rather start over again than be treated like an option. Something just said to me, some of you might be stepping into Emperor energy, going from 5 of Cups energy into Emperor energy. Because again, like I said before, It could be involving a job situation where they're not seeing your value, and you may have been on the job for a while, 6 of Cups, and then the Lover's card, you have to make a choice, and then the choice is clear. You're not going to be an option, so you're going to take control. So you're not in that 5 of Cups energy, but in order to do that, you go off on the journey first, the Fool's journey. But like I said, you refuse to be an option. All right, that's all I have. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, be blessed.